do you know how many female entrepreneurs that I know that's in the same situation? There's a lot of women out here that got this bag that's dealing with men that just be like, fuck it, bitch, I will carry your purse. Like, seriously. Men don't mind buying me because think about it. They're not having to go work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Like, I bought my husband a brand new car off the showroom floor. I bought him a pickup truck. He didn't have to take care of anything. Like, he didn't. He didn't have to go out here and do the thing that the typical man is doing.
Guys, thank you guys for tuning in for another edition of Tronda Talks, Grow, Heal, Inspire. Today, I have a young lady by the name of Akira on with me. You might ask the question why I have her on here. I have her on here because, y'all, when y'all talk about conversation, she give all kinds of conversation. So, Akira, I guess people are going to want to know, who are you? What you doing? Where you come from? All about that good stuff.
Well, I come from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, homegrown.
I am a mother of 2 grown children. I have a 3-year-old granddaughter and a 3-year-old godson and a whole bunch of nieces and nephews and cousins and everything else. But I'm an authentic Georgia peach.
What part of Georgia or Atlanta?
I was born in Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Grady baby.
Grady baby.
Yeah, Grady baby.
You don't meet too many of them.
Exactly.
Grady babies, you know what I mean? Me and Akira got to talking. The first day I met her, I was like, oh my gosh, like, she's like a woman to my own heart, y'all. Like, let me tell y'all something. The conversation went to one thing to another. I believe in kicking people out of my house at times when they ain't acting right. So do she. Woman to my heart. But we love our house. We love how we feel about our house. Some people don't get the point. Like, they can be disrespectful for the things that we have worked hard to receive for ourselves. And she one of them people that, well, if you disrespecting my shit,
You got to go. Yeah. Right now. Right now. Listen, we ain't got to talk about it. You ain't got to apologize. You just got to go.
Gotta go.
You know better. You know better. Yeah.
But Kira, what you like? I know we kind of talked a little bit.
Yeah.
You're the owner of what? A daycare and
A child care center, now on a day spa where we do colon cleansing, body wraps, vaginal steaming for those that need the vagina steamed, and I used to flip properties.
Okay.
Like, I've done so many different things, but yeah, that's what I'm kind of doing currently.
She is actually, we're on the same page as it goes to being successful. She also had one of those grounding, where she came from to where she is now. That's why she is here on Grow, Heal, Inspire, because where she came from, she's an inspiration to others and can be and is an inspiration to younger people as well as people your age.
Right.
And I don't really get into people's age as much as I get into their spirit.
Right.
So it's one of those things where your energy matches mine on several different levels.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the things we were sitting and talking about earlier, and we're talking about, I asked her how did she get where she was or where she started from. She started when she was like, go ahead and tell me, like 18. You say when you first got here, you got pregnant at 18.
Yeah. Well, I had my first son. I was 17.
Okay.
My birthday is November 4th. His birthday is November 29th. So I literally had just turned 18 when I had him.
Okay.
And
You sound like me. I had my baby young too.
it was cool, but things happen.
Sure do.
Things happen. And so I had to have him. And I had him, and I'm glad that I did. I love both of my sons. I wanted a girl. We thought that he was going to be a girl. We bought all girl clothes.
Oh my God. He's supposed to be a baby girl.
He was supposed to be a girl. He was a whole big old 9-pound boy.
9 pounds.
9 pounds.
Was Daddy in his life at the time?
Yes.
He was.
Yes. His dad has always been in his life, so he's had a good father. But, I was 18. I graduated high school, still graduated on time, and then I ended up going to college.
Okay.
Didn't graduate college. I don't have a college degree.
You don't need it.
Nah.
I realized you don't need the college degree to get where you are.
But I knew I couldn't be broke either.
Exactly. It was innate in your ability to be able to who you are right now. You you just knew you was going to be successful no matter what,
I
right?
had to be successful.
Same here.
I had to be.
Y'all, she also one of them people too. We have friends or have had friends in the past. Well, she would just say this. She one of those people that don't want nobody to do nothing for her unless she wants them to do it for her. Like I was. That's the kind of person that I was. I didn't want nobody. When I got with my husband, I didn't want to be with him because of what he had. Because y'all already know, based off the episode before, or some episodes I had before, my husband was broke, didn't have no money.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted somebody to grow with. And I don't know how you felt about men with money at the time, or just...
The thing is, all my friends have always had these men that had money and bought them Birkin bags and all this stuff. My man ain't bought me shit. and the sad thing about it is, I'm like, I know I ain't ugly. Like,
No.
what is it? But you know what? It was something in me that would not allow me to sell my soul to a man just because he had some dough.
Right.
So you know what? I went out and I got my own. Like seriously, like I couldn't have someone to dominate me and for me to have to, I ain't gonna say bow down, because I don't have a problem being a subservient woman
Right.
when it's time.
Right.
But I couldn't do that just because you're gonna buy me something. I could buy it for myself.
Absolutely, because I came here to Atlanta and I had all kinds of people offer me tons of things.
Yeah.
From day one when I first got here, it was one of those conversations where, you know, I got proposed to 3 times in 1 year.
Wow.
3 times.
He lucky. Lucky.
Why am I so lucky? Because I was like,
In there.
that was something I didn't. I mean, I couldn't get with them guys like that.
Mm.
They wanted me to be like where I just came from, be a housewife, and I'm like, I don't want. Why am I? I didn't want that.
I think in this part of my life, I don't want to do nothing but travel and lay up in my bed and watch YouTube and everything. I don't want to have to do anything, but of course I have to.
Because you're business owner.
Yeah, of course. But now it's like God has been so good, because my business don't seem like a business. It's just a way of life for me now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm not stressed out about it and feeling no kind of way about it.
Mm.
You know, so when you put the hard work in, in the end, it pays off.
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah.
It really does. And it's like what you saw when you first started your business. Was that difficult to do?
I didn't know anything about it. And
Somehow you got into it.
the childcare,
Yeah.
my best friend. Okay, so my best friend, when we were, it was so crazy because I've always been an ornery little child, and so we were in like pre-K. Well, I didn't have pre-K back then. Let me fix it. It was Head Start.
Yeah.
Back then, and so my friend Tamika, we've been knowing each other forever, and we were Let me tell you about a little nasty story real quick, right? So I'm a whole Scorpio. I really am. So when I was young, we in the classroom drawing stuff. You know how they give you the little green board and the chalk?
Yeah.
I did that drawing penises at 4 years old. And it was just like the teacher she said, "Now what is that?" I said,
What is it?
two bananas, an apple and 2 bananas, a banana and 2 apples. She said, "Are you sure?" I said, no, because I already know I was going to get in trouble. In my mind, I was 2 bananas. Honey, I had put the balls and everything there. Like, they were big balls.
That's apparently when you say the apples.
But it's so crazy because we went to school all the way from, Head Start all the way up till we graduated high school.
Mm-hmm.
And so she came to me and she was like, "Let's open up a daycare center." And I was like, "Daycare?"
Yeah.
Like, I don't like children like that. And she's like, "Well, no, you don't have to work in the classroom." She's like, "We're going to own it."
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "Okay, that sounds good." So, like, once she told me how much money I could literally make from childcare, I was like, all right. So every day I worked on it. Like, I didn't know y'all had of money.
Y'all hear that? Child care.
Yeah, I never
Get you some
knew
money too.
that people made that type of money. And so I worked at it every day. And she was the one who found the building, the location and everything. And I've been in that location for 22 years.
That's awesome.
And what happened was she ended up going to school to get her real estate license. And she got her license and she came to me and she's like, "Kira, I don't know how to tell you, but I don't want to do it anymore." And I was like, "Okay."
And you kept at it.
And I
Man, that's a straight blessing.
It was. You know what? I had prayed about it. I was like, well, because she was like, "Oh, I'm going to have the rector out in front. I'm going to have my own parking space." And I was like, you have your own parking space and all this. I was like, "Oh, no, we're going to bump heads."
Yeah.
And so it kind of worked out to where everything, just kind of smoothed out for me. And I prayed about it and I was like, "Well, Lord, if this daycare is supposed to open open it for me. And I promise you, everything just
That's exactly how it is too.
it just happened.
Yeah, that's that energy right there. That's that whole thing. She was already affirming what it is that you wanted. You already started creating in your head what it is that you was desiring.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. Like a lot of people don't realize that it's just that simple.
Yeah.
It's like when it comes to what we believe in, what we desire, what we want, and already have that ability to say to yourself, like, ain't nobody gonna tell me different.
Right. And what's meant for you.
Yeah,
Because what's meant for you.
That's exactly what. Right here.
Yeah.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Yeah. So yeah, let me see what else we gotta discuss real quick. How relationships is for somebody being so successful for you, like you being as successful as you are.
Relationships suck. Like, first of all, we are in Atlanta where everybody is rich. Okay, or pretend to be rich, or whatever, and then you have all of these men that are unavailable but available. So it's hard. I was with my husband, my ex-husband, for 20 years. We were married for 13 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I loved him with everything, and it just wasn't right. It just wasn't right. So we divorced. And then I end up meeting this little young thing. I don't know how the hell. I was the one who always used to talk shit. Why is he so old with that young ass girl?
Oh Lord. And now look at you.
This is me. I am, honey.
My baby about 7, 8 years younger than me.
But that ain't shit.
Okay, what's up?
He's 18.
Well, I don't know how that conversation's supposed to go.
He's 18.
What you say? Is that a cougar?
Honey,
A puma? What's a puma? What's a puma?
Well,
Talk to me about the puma.
is the more sophisticated type cougar.
Okay.
Like we don't want you to know that we like them young. They just kind of slide on in and take over. But yeah, so it was crazy because I used to always say, well, like, what do they have in common? But honestly, when I met him, he was 27 years old. And, on and off, we dealt with each other for 3 years now.
Okay.
And, based upon his level of maturity in some things, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing, Kira? Like, for real, what are you doing? But in other things, he is like the yin to my yang.
Absolutely.
Like, sexually,
that's your
compatible.
But you are a quote unquote Scorpio.
I'm a sexual being.
So Scorpios apparently, based off of my understanding of who y'all, what is one of your character traits is that you're very sexual. So I guess that's one of the things that you hold that trait.
I feel like
from the beginning.
The more sexual.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And honestly, don't get me wrong. I love a man. I love a man that's a man. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of older men don't have the stamina. I'm being real. They don't have the stamina.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say to keep up with me because look, I ain't no spring damn chicken.
Yeah.
But I know what I like,
Right.
and I know that there is a huge difference between late 20s, 30s, early 30s to 50 plus.
Y'all 50-year-olds out there, I don't think y'all got a chance at this right here. I mean, unfortunately,
Not a chance. They just need to make sure.
As long as you're working out and you take care of yourself and you making sure your energy and your stamina is where you need to be, maybe you have a chance. I don't know. Me personally, I ain't never really paid attention to the part about the age part as more as the way you keep up with your spirit and your like we are. Like if I want to, I need a man that's mannish. I need a man that makes me feel like a woman. That's
I agree.
I need that man that
totally
makes
agree.
me when I'm standing, and they've made I've seen so many skits about this where we be in the bathroom. One time, babe walked by me and he smacked my ass, and I was like, "Hold up, bruh. Can you come back here and redo that kind of stuff? Can you come back and smack my ass?" I need that. I need a man that be doing things that the typical, like just randomly do some stuff to be like pull his head into my breast, some stuff like that. Make me feel like I am
Like your desire.
Yes. Because a lot of men they forget that's what we are attracted to. Like I am. I don't want a man that be sitting there and they see you sitting there and they,
Well, I think too, that we have to also do that for men too.
I do that.
Because I was gonna say,
He really don't like me smacking his ass, but I still.
well, you're not smacking theirs every time.
I mean,
Because they still wanted to.
yeah, absolutely.
So I totally get that, but I don't know. It's just something about when you know that a man is completely into you,
Absolutely.
and I don't know. It's so funny because to me it seems like Atlanta is the new Sodom and Gomorrah.
Tell me what that is.
Meaning because everybody is so vain. It's not what it used to be.
What was it like before?
I ain't gonna say wholesome. Like, I grew up in Atlanta, so I remember when I used to be with my grandfather, we used to literally sleep in the living room with the screen door open, letting the breeze come in. We didn't have to lock the screen door.
Right.
The most they would do is steal your Cadillac emblem off your car so they can make it out of the chain.
Right.
So now life has just completely changed because it's so many people that have moved here that have changed Atlanta from what it used to be.
Yeah. I agree with you.
It's so, I ain't gonna say it's the fake Hollywood of the world.
When I first came here to Atlanta, that's actually what I called it. I call it Black Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I called it. And that was 18 years ago. And I called it that, but that was because I saw so many successful Black
This
people.
is the place for success.
It was like it was success. It was like all the way around. That's why I moved here. It was gonna be New York or Florida, and I came here because so many people look like me, driving these Benzes or cars and all that.
Beautiful homes.
Didn't know anything outside of the fact like, oh, Black people were successful here. That's all I knew.
Yeah.
And I came here, and I said, if they can do it, I can do it too.
I've never. You would think that being in the dirty South that we would experience a lot of racism.
No, not
Don't get that. Like, I have experienced some racial stuff. It was by one person, and that's some other stuff. But other than that, I mean, Atlanta is known for its Southern hospitality. So you walk past someone and you smile, they're gonna smile back.
Yes.
You could tell the people that's not from here because when you smile and they're like, why are you smiling at me? You want something? Or it's so funny, but I mean, I love it, and it's crazy. Anywhere in the world that I could be,
it's here.
Yeah.
My husband, he's a Georgia peach himself.
Really?
Yeah, he's born
Okay,
there.
that's what's up.
That's not a Grady baby, but he's a north something north side.
He from the north. Yeah. That with the to-do people up there, the good hospitals. Okay,
He one of them. We be talking about you.
Well, that's what's up.
So he was born and raised here too, and like for me to see like where his family came from and all that. I mean, like I said, Atlanta is one of those places where if you really put your head down and you desire to go for the goal of whatever that is for your successes, you get it. You get it. So a lot of people make excuses out there like, oh, Atlanta don't have no jobs or,
we do. And everybody out here wants to be an entrepreneur now. So there's no workers. And go back to the Indian days. That you always have a chief, and you always had an Indians. Everybody want to be chiefs. There's no more Indians in Atlanta.
Right.
So and then I think that affects a lot of business and stuff here. But I don't have a problem with anybody trying to spread their wings and do right, as long as they do right.
Yeah.
That's all.
So with your health, with your daycare, you're kind of like, one of the things we talked about too is that you say a lot of people be intimidated, like men sometimes be intimidated with that.
Yeah.
Like, one of the reasons, like you say, you got a divorce, your husband was a really good guy, you love him to death. Do you feel like there was a reason for that?
Yes. I feel that my husband was very intimidated about me. He said that I always used my money against him.
What?
Oh, yes.
How'd that go?
Honey. He said because I controlled the bag, but it was my bag. Like,
That's
me and
interesting.
it was my bag. I had my bag. Okay, when I met him, I was broke.
Okay.
But then he had all these other chicks. It's just I went on about my business. I made my money, and then we end up, getting married later. But the
funny thing, my thing is that he chose your ass to marry.
He knew. He chose right. Chose right. But the thing about it was, I was such on my grind because I didn't want my children to to live like, not that my childhood was bad, but I wanted my children to do much, much better than I did.
Right.
You know, so I worked. I was a mom that worked. He pretty much stayed home most of our marriage. He was a stay-at-home father.
Now that's different.
I didn't have a problem with that.
I liked it.
Because guess what? I was growing my businesses. We had a mortgage company, so he would be, you know, we had a mortgage company in our basement, so he worked out of there, and he was at home when our children came home, and he cooked and he did everything. So it was cool. But you know, before we got married, because we were engaged 6 years before we got married, and we had a prenup. Well, we had an anti-nuptial agreement.
But that's interesting too. Well, then,
Shit, you're a fool if you don't, man. Let me tell you something. He done took me to the bank because we didn't get a divorce until 2021. We was married 13 years. He would have taken half of everything.
and you wound up getting you got the prenup.
I told him we weren't getting married without one. Yeah, and the wedding was paid for.
Can you say like that's what you call a boss? Mine's
Say
running. This is
some.
my bag. This is my money. You ain't doing me the way y'all talk about the women be doing me.
You don't love people the way you love them in the beginning. Shit.
I ain't never thought about that before.
Years down the line, their love starts to fade. Listen, I'm not gonna say it starts to fade.
No.
Let me fix it.
Okay, because I'm finna say, bruh.
Babe, because I don't want everybody to come to you. It's not that it fades. What happens is, listen, I'm only speaking about Atlanta.
Yeah.
You got a lot of beautiful women.
Girl.
I'm talking about. You talking about.
Is it like
why
10 to 1?
took the apple?
Yeah.
You can't help but to bite the apple in
Atlanta. Right. You right. I agree.
You know, and I understand why a lot of these men and women or whoever, because there are a lot of beautiful, hollow people
there
in Atlanta.
And they don't consider the person that they're with as like, I know you married. I know you.
A lot of them want to marry. A lot of them want to marry because guess what? Then he got to deal with them all the time. You know, oh babe, I want that YSL bag.
And then
then you get that bag. Okay, we're going to
you right.
Like that's the culture here. I'm different. I want to snuggle with my man. I want to lay up with my man. I want to travel with my man. You know, so him being financially stable is not what I have to have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want him to be a good person.
Right.
I want him to genuinely care about me and make sure that I'm good. When I'm not feeling good, you fixing me soup and sandwiches and, you know, you laying under me, making me feel good, even though I don't feel good. That's what's important to me. At the end, when you got a bag, you ain't looking for somebody else.
You are not looking for somebody else's bag.
No. So that's what it is for me. But my ex-husband, instead of us working together, I felt like he was jealous of a lot of stuff because I was really moving and shaking. I was really doing a lot of stuff. I was investing in real estate. I used to own a JR Crickets. I had so many different businesses. And my husband was not a part of that. It was like he stood back and he watched me do all these things instead of jumping on board and saying, babe, what you need me to do?
And the funny thing is, like, you say that, but there's a lot of women, like, if you put the just shoe on the other foot, pretty much that's what you did. You put the shoe on the other foot, where you had a woman taking care of the situation, holding it down, making the money, paying the bills, and you had the man taking care of the kids, still doing what he needs to do for his being a husband to you at that time.
Right.
A lot of women, but what you wanted from him was to be right there beside you to help you get this bag, make the money a certain way.
Right.
When you first married him, did you see that being a possibility at that time? Because I'm about to go somewhere.
Well, I thought he would, but you know, I put him in a situation that he had never been in before because when he moved here, he didn't have anywhere to stay. He was staying with his aunt.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then he was just kind of straggling here, there, doing this, getting evicted every couple of months, him and his friends and yada, yada, yada. And then when we got together, I got pregnant. And so I bought a home. And then after I bought a home, he moved right in. He moved in the house with me as soon as I bought the house because we had just had my baby.
I'll tell y'all, it's like she's a man and this is the typical story of a man situation and the man is the woman. It's keep going. But
the crazy thing is, do you know how many female entrepreneurs that I know that's in the same situation? There's a lot of women out here that got this bag that's dealing with men that just be like, fuck it. Bitch, I will carry your purse. Like, seriously. Men don't mind buying me because think about it. They're not having to go work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Like, I bought my husband a brand new car off the showroom floor. I bought him a pickup truck. He didn't have to take care of anything. Like, he didn't have to go out here and do the thing that the typical man is doing.
You're right.
Yeah,
That's typically what the situation like I'll say like what you're telling me is again is stories that I've heard from men. I'm saying this to say like I've never heard a woman say these things. It's like really the shoe is on the other foot.
Well, definitely, it's a lot of women out here like this. You just don't hear about it.
You really don't.
You don't. I know a lot of women who own their own businesses who husbands do not work. They're men that are taken care of.
I had no idea.
Seriously, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's y'all. I done got a new feel for things now. I mean,
I'm just saying, everybody ain't able.
you know what I'm saying? No, that's interesting because it's like there's a lot of men out there that do exactly what you're doing, what you did, and a lot of them be like they're okay with that.
Well, they're supposed to.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. The way that it's set up is that the men are supposed to take care of their wives, their families, but in Atlanta, the roles have reversed. You have a lot of women who are very successful and that are now pulling in their mates and they're giving them lifestyles that they can't afford.
I want many men out there will be like, she can come take me. I ain't got to do no work. I'll be your house husband.
I ain't got no problem with that. Listen, I'm at a point in my life where I told you I'm just chilling. I've worked 22 years.
Yeah.
I have been in the trenches
Yeah.
for 20. And honestly, I want to enjoy my life while my body look good, while I look good. I want to vacation all over the world and just have a good time and enjoy what I worked so hard for.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's anything. Listen, I am not the type of woman to where I feel like, oh, if my man got to do this for me.
Right.
I don't. Honestly, I can say, in my life right now, there's nothing that I want.
Right. You got everything
Anything that I want, I bought.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the one thing in my life that I'm missing is pure love.
No.
I'm serious. It's so sad.
Oh.
It's so sad. And the crazy thing is my ex-husband, I loved him so much. He was just a lying, cheating ass dog. Yes. We're better now than we were when we were married.
You see who lying, cheating ass dog. What do you
lying, cheating ass dog. Just a liar. Just a liar. He just lies. It was a mess.
What was he doing? What was his sign?
A Scorpio. Oh, but he was on the cusp of Sag.
So he was
Saggio.
So he was a Scorpio. He was the same thing you were. Y'all need to y'all made it. If that was the case,
It's been 20 years.
Yeah, but still,
we had great sex.
I'm telling you, that's what it is.
I think sex. Yes, but the thing was, he became ambitious after I said I was going to leave. Because I filed for divorce 4 times, honey, 4 times.
Wow.
And then we always get back together and I'd be like, stop the divorce. Stop the divorce. So I stopped the divorce, and then we get back together. And the craziest thing was, wow, and it was so simple, right? So during COVID, right when COVID hit, 2021, I was part of this group called Ladies of Success with Nene Leakes.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A bunch of really bosses that got together, and I loved it.
Good.
Have made some really good friends from there. But we went to one of my girlfriend's house that lived in Maryland, and I left that Thursday. I flew back in that Monday morning, and got home. I was chilling, happy, had a great weekend, and I was laying I was taking a bath. I was about to take a bath. He was knocked out. I said, let me search his phone. Let me go through his phone.
Sometimes the woman's intuition is a certain thing. It's just an intuition.
Honey,
it's like we don't be looking for things all the time, y'all. It just kind of happens. Sometimes she be blowing in your face.
It was
like
begging me.
Yeah, it was like right here.
Pick me up, go through me. Right? So I picked it up. I ran me a bath. It was like 3:00 in the morning. And I was laying in the bathtub. And I had went through his whole phone. And I was like, I was so happy that I didn't find that. Right? So I was like, he's doing good. Like, we're great.
Yeah.
Girl.
Based off of something that's happened in the past.
He was a lying, cheating ass dog a bunch of times. It was so many damn times I caught this Negro cheating. It's
So I just want y'all to know that reason why she looking in the phone had to do with her past situation.
Right.
It was just
not
her.
a snooper.
Yeah, she just kind of warned.
My little young guy, I ain't never been through his phone because I don't give a fuck. I don't care what's in his phone. He can have it.
That's funny. So basically, you went through the phone.
Yeah.
You saw what you saw, which was nothing, and you was fine.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, what happened?
I found it. I went to the phone, there was nothing. And then Jesus said, look at the apps that's open. So I started scrolling because people don't close their apps.
And they don't tell you
That's how you get caught. You don't close your apps.
Well, I want to say so bad, but I can't because this is just they do their thing. They be having them apps, girl.
Let me tell you something.
And them calculators, them hitting.
I don't even look at all that. Jesus put it right there, honey. I went to I was scrolling through. I was like, nothing.
Yeah.
And then I got to the Google Voice.
Oh no.
I didn't know about no Google Voice.
Yeah.
This Negro had a whole new phone number, text messages, and everything on his phone. And he forgot to close the text messages. And I saw where he had met this girl at the Quick Trip. Tell me something. Let me take you out to eat. Negro, you ain't taking me out to eat. I'm your wife. What do you mean?
Yeah.
So the girl was like, oh, I didn't see your message.
Yeah.
I'm a student, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah,
Most of all, the girl she didn't even hit him back the same day.
Yeah.
He should have just deleted the shit. He
Yeah,
didn't delete it. I would have never saw it.
Yeah.
But because he got the app open, it was meant for me to see.
It was.
And so I saw the girl texting back a couple of days later. I was like, oh, I didn't see your message. You still want to go out to eat? I'm hungry. Bitch, he ain't got no money to take you out to eat. And I went right up to him. I screenshotted it and I woke him up. I said, look, I'm divorcing you.
Mm-hmm.
I went and filed for divorce the next day.
No, and you actually went through with this.
I was done.
What made you be done at that point?
Because I said, you know what? I've been with this man 20 years. He gonna wait till I'm old and fat, and then he gonna leave me for a young bitch. I got to go. So guess what?
I left. How did you feel after that?
We were still having sex, but we weren't together. Okay, so I filed for divorce. And the crazy thing was, he told me, he said, baby, I don't know why we're getting divorced.
So he knew what he had. He knew exactly what he had based off how it
What
was.
do you mean you don't know why we're getting divorced?
Yeah.
And I had to, refresh. And I said, this is why I can't trust you.
Yeah.
You a liar. Now listen, I paid every bill in the house down to his cell phone bill.
Yeah.
The only thing he had to take care of was his child support.
That's it.
His child, because they ain't paying child support.
Right.
Okay. But that was it. I paid all the car notes, insurance, his phone bill, water bill, light bill, to every bill.
Boss.
In the house.
Boss and
And
more
you
boss.
couldn't be faithful.
Right.
But that's because he didn't respect it and he didn't work for it. I learned that for people to respect shit, they got to work for it.
Sometimes.
They don't respect it
Yeah.
until they
agree.
they bust their ass for it.
Yeah, I guess you could say that because it's like you think about like if it's again the shoe is on the other foot. Typically, it's the woman that's. But a lot of times though, it be you the boss, so you should have been the one out there cheating, but you wasn't.
I did.
Oh, okay, let's go.
I did.
Well, now that's not
Okay, but listen.
I'm
He
listening.
cheated on me so many times.
Okay, so-
I had to pay the favor, but I was honest with him, and I told him,
Yeah.
I said, I'll never be faithful to you again because he was such a liar. I mean, with everything. So yeah, but I told him that I was gonna cheat before I cheated. He just never knew when I did. But yeah, I mean, you can only take so much from somebody before you start to remove your heart and your feelings from a situation.
And you start
And I
getting
had to
quiet.
protect myself.
That was right.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Yeah. So how did you feel about? Okay. Yeah. How did you feel about when you basically when you first found out? What made you stay?
What time?
The first time you found out.
My child, and I loved him.
Yeah.
And I thought that he was going to do better because he swore up and down that he would do better.
And then the second and third time,
My child,
you
and he swore that he would do better, and he did.
Okay, so at that time,
For the fifth time, my child, and Harry, and he said he was going to do better, and he did do better. So on and so forth.
So when did it happen? Then you said to yourself, like, okay, look, when did you go out and cheat? I'm nosy like that. Y'all want to know. What you decide? What you do when you went out and cheated on him?
Okay. So, I've always had a fetish for fine man dancers.
Oh.
Like, I've always liked dancers. I don't know why. Ever since I was like 18, my first baby, because I have 2 children by 2 different men. Okay. So my first baby daddy, we had problems because it was a place called Atlanta Live years ago where they used to have the strippers. I think it was on Thursday night. It was the Atlanta Entertainment, honey. And that was the first time I had ever saw a man that fine in my life. I used to go every Thursday. On the south side of the bucket. Hey. So that was the first thing. And then after that.
Were y'all together then? You and your husband?
No. I didn't meet my husband until I was like 23.
Okay.
23, 20, yeah. About that time.
Okay.
So, I started to this really, really good looking popular dancer at the time. He moved from Tennessee and he moved out here and he started throwing shows.
Okay.
And so I would go to the shows and I was just like in heaven. Like it was just everything.
So them exotic dancers had a chance.
Yeah, they did.
That's before you was a boss, was it?
Girl, no, that was when I was a boss.
Oh, let's go.
That was when it was
So what happened with the situation with the strip?
A whole lot. Baby.
I can see why I had to have this conversation with her.
It was.
Trying to
Listen,
talk.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like women don't do their own shit, okay? Like, especially when you know you got a no good nigga, but you love them,
Right.
and you have a child bond, and your situation fits.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so of course you're not gonna divorce your husband or leave your husband for a stripper.
But that's the same thing like the men would say. I'm not finna divorce my wife
For you,
leave my wife.
I'm a fuck with you.
Right.
That's what it is. Exactly. And it was the same thing. So yeah, but I didn't do that until I found out that my husband was just a liar. You know, he started it in our relationship, and I just carried it on as he did.
But you stayed with him for
I did. I stayed with him because you know what? I did not want my son to grow up without a father.
And how old was your son when by the time y'all had a divorce?
18. I waited till he was 18 years old, and when he turned 18, we were already in the divorce.
Let me tell y'all something. What I love the most about Akira is the fact that she's so open, and she's a woman to my heart because I'm about the same way, pretty open with my thoughts and way I feel about things. I have no problem with telling pretty much everything. It's almost like therapy. This is what this feels like. It's like having a conversation with your friend or somebody just in general that you can really just talk with. And
Go to your truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, who can I be if I am ashamed of my past? It's my life.
Preach.
This is my life. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit for nobody. 'Cause guess what? This is what I live, and these are the choices that I've made.
If you ain't heard anything like that, don't be ashamed of your past. Your past is not what your present future tense has to be, but it creates an energy with you that can make you stronger, make you fierce, and make you feel as though I am the boss, regardless of what you talking about. What you talking about, I am running my shit. And that's the thing. Like, I love this conversation. Like, honestly, y'all, this is our first time really having a conversation, and I just couldn't wait to get it in, and I definitely got it in. Yeah, so, I mean, curious, like, any advice you want to give anybody out there, like, for, like, for say a woman or man, I don't know, because you about like a woman, you both. You are that. You are a freaking boss standing in heels. You're literally that. Like,
Thank you.
I mean, and so when you see a woman like you, it's like, there's other ones I'm pretty sure will never be where you are, but there are some that are on their way to where you are. And due to that, a lot of them are not going to understand how to maintain the mentality that you have and stay strong.
You can't lose you.
Yeah.
You don't ever lose yourself. And so I see so many women lose themselves in trying to chase a man and be with a man. They want to change themselves in order to conform to what somebody else wants, and don't even understand that person is here today and can be gone tomorrow. And I'm not talking about just the fact that they can leave you, just death, anything.
You're right. And that's the thing. A lot of women out there are letting men take care of them a certain way. And oh my God, like Sassy, you said, like I am. Like, I don't want nobody taking care of me. I could have had that when I first came here to Atlanta, where people wanted to take care of me, wanted to get me things, they literally wanted to take care of me.
Right.
I said, I'm not going to do that again. Well, you got to do that.
The crazy thing is with me, I never had a man that wanted to take care of me. Like, I'm dead ass serious. If I wanted to live,
You would have did it anyway.
I wouldn't have. But it would have been nice. All of these men are when I needed to be taken care of. But I mean, it's okay. Listen, it made me strong. It made me depend on me. If I can't depend on me, who the hell can I depend on?
Absolutely.
And that's why I built the foundation that I have. I knew my dad always told me, you're only big as the biggest person around you.
Mm-hmm.
So that told me to broaden my horizons and to deal with people who really could take me and show me things that I've never seen before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the thing, like with your husband, he wasn't able to show you those
Could
things.
show me nothing but a penis.
But you loved it.
I did.
That thing
For a
was,
long
apparently that thing was pretty good and pretty big and thought, because I mean she stayed with it.
Don't say big and thought.
I
Don't
didn't
say
think it
big
thought.
and
Okay, well it was good enough to where you stayed for a long
Be
time.
good till you know better.
Oh, like man, I'm just
I'm just saying, look, when you know better, you do better. But I love him. Like he was a good person. I love the person that he is.
Understand? Look, I heard was this reason why it was for the kid, the child.
Yes.
And you stayed with him till he was 18. But you also said y'all asses was still having sex. So if y'all asses was still having sex, I mean something had to be good and dandy about that penis.
You know what?
Listen,
After I divorced my husband,
Yes.
he moved out of our marital bedroom.
Yeah.
And moved into one of the other rooms. But he would always tiptoe back in, and then afterward, and then he would tiptoe. He would tiptoe back out. You know, but the thing about it is because everybody have needs.
Yeah.
You know, and the crazy
why
thing,
he wouldn't get them needs to another little girl?
I don't know, because at that point in time he could have.
Yeah.
At that point in time he could have, because I was really done. But I always love him, and I will always love him because he has been a part of my life for a very big part of my life. It's just I could never see myself with him again because I don't trust him. I don't trust him. He's shown me the person that he was. And people change.
Yeah.
But, you know, zebra don't lose their stripes. So if you're a liar, you're a liar.
Yeah.
If you're a cheater, you're a cheater. You know, because a lot of the things, everything that he wanted in life, I was able to give him. Everything that I wanted in life, he was not able to give me.
Getting back to that conversation, what is your advice to some people like going through the things you might go through or you had to go through?
I mean, you know, honestly, a lot of women be like, oh, he's a cheater, leave him. You gotta do what's best for you.
You know what? You're
gotta
absolutely
do
right
what's
about
best for
that.
you.
Because I've heard, you know, that's exactly the first conversation they're having. Like you said, do what you need to do for you.
You do.
And I agree.
Sometimes you have to hold
Absolutely.
on to that piece of shit in order to be okay until you're okay enough to walk away.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? I mean, and I held on to it for a very long time until I said, you know what, enough is enough. I gotta go. I'm at a stage in my life to where I'm okay being alone, which I really wasn't, because honestly, after he moved out my bed, I couldn't sleep.
No.
I couldn't sleep for months until I met my new little thing.
friend.
And then I slept good. I slept so
Got that energy off.
honey, yes. But you know, you know what? Listen, I can talk about my flaws. Certain ways, I'm codependent. I'm a very strong woman, but I'm codependent on certain things. I'm spoiled. Every man that I have dealt with, you know what they said to me? You spoiled. You always want shit your way. Yes. Yes, I do. If you're going to deal with me, you have to give me what I want.
Right.
I'm a woman. I want what I want. If I want you to lay under me, lay under me.
And it has nothing to do with material things.
It's the fact that I'm a woman.
Yeah.
It's the fact that I'm a woman. You know, and that's just what I want. What woman don't want their man laying under them and cuddling with them and stuff like that? That's what we want.
Give me the love. Give me the love. Give me the love.
Ask for all the Donkey Kong shit. No, that sometimes I do, but not all the time. I don't. But you know, there's a time and a place for everything. And if a man truly knows their woman, they know what we want and absolutely and what we desire.
Absolutely.
You know?
I agree.
And that's all I say. That is the basis of a perfect relationship, knowing what makes your mate happy.
Absolutely.
And you being able to give that to them, and you give them something that no other person can ever give them.
Ooh.
That's what keeps
Let's
it
go.
together.
Let's go. That's that also that understanding the communication parts of it.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like we're gonna probably wind it up. We're gonna end it, probably get it out of here, end it up. because me and you could probably sit and talk all day.
All day.
long.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff we can talk about. Very commonalities, or what's the word I want to say? Y'all, I'll create my own words. They don't always be the word that's found in the dictionary, but it's a word that I might have created.
And don't be looking it up. Just understand it and keep it rolling.
Commonalities, y'all. This is the word I don't know.
Here we go, look it up.
No. So the thing is, you know, again, I admire women like you because I came from where I came from, but your story is still dynamic because of the fact of where you are at this present moment. Your butt is basically one of those individuals, like you came from, and I can't say you had a, like you said,
nothing.
you came from nothing. You came from where you was a teenage mother. You came from
Section 8.
Listen, Atlanta. I don't know exactly what part, but the thing is, you started down here and now you up here.
Yes.
But the most important thing to me is that your mind was always here.
Yeah.
And that in itself, it's about that mindset that carries any and every one of us to a certain degree of life. You know, because I'm like you, where nobody could tell me. They thought my ass was crazy back in the day when I would be running the streets in my head up here.
Right.
But everybody like, that girl crazy.
It's a mindset.
It's a mindset.
Yeah.
It's a mindset. So sometimes your mindset may look crazy to everybody else, but know that if you can get over them talking about you, like today, y'all might have some stuff to say. I'm just curious to see for those people who get a chance to watch this, your conversations might be you might want to say some crazy shit to us, but guess what? We don't care.
I don't care.
We don't care. Say what you say. Just know that we're
My
winning.
life not one bit. Not gonna change my life not one bit. You know what?
As a matter of fact, like, welcome it.
Guess what? An opinion is like an asshole. Everybody got one. I don't care what you got to say. You're not affecting my bag.
In your opinion, that means your asshole stinks sometimes too.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Listen. I'm shut up. Just thank you, pillows.
The ass between you and me is assumption of us.
Right.
Just
Exactly. When you assume.
It's
You assume. But see, the thing about it is, the difference between, I know, me and other women. They're out here chasing Hermes bags and Gucci bags, and I've had all that. Don't need it. I don't carry a purse. I carry my keys and my phone.
This like you sound like
Stand.
I carry a fanny pack.
And now I do like shoes. I do like expensive shoes. But other than that, I don't need all that. I don't need to make a statement to show anybody anything. Yeah. A lot of times I really like to stay indiscreet so people don't really know I got money. Because guess why? I don't need you asking me for none.
No.
I get so many inboxes from people who know me that's like, oh, my rent due. And this, can you please help me? And I help them because I know them and I know that what their situation is. But the thing about it is, my story ain't your story.
Absolutely.
And some women live for a Gucci bag. I don't. I don't.
You never have, from what it sounds
I
like.
live for a Kira bag. One day maybe I have my own label.
Let's go.
So where everybody walking around rocking my shit, but I don't care about a Gucci or anything
I don't
else
know about the
that other
stuff you
people. That's their shit.
Yeah.
It's not mine.
No.
It doesn't make me, because listen, they make knockoffs.
Yeah.
So all these folks walk around with these fake ass knockoffs. Why am I going to go pay $4,000 or $5,000 for a bag and you can buy the same bag for $55 at the fucking flea market and your shoes fucked up? Like, seriously, I don't desire to do those type of things anymore. And it doesn't define who you are. You know what shows me who you are? By how you out here hustling, how you out here growing yourself, how you out here growing your network and the education that you got to take care of these generational curses that have been put on us just because we black.
And it doesn't have to be that.
Exactly.
It doesn't
Let's
have to.
fix that before you out here buying these Gucci bags and all this other shit because you want to feel like you're a part of something.
And you don't have to be.
I'm good.
That's the mindset. That's that whole mindset we're talking about.
Yeah.
Change it. Stop it. Let it go. You are you for a reason. You're here for a reason and for a purpose.
Yeah.
Whether you be a Kira, whether you be a Tronda, whether you be a Brad, whether you be whoever it is that you need to be you and be comfortable being you.
Right.
Because that's what's the most important. I don't give a damn what these people talked about, because I didn't. She didn't.
No.
But guess what she is now? Still, and I don't give a damn about what you talking about. What they talking about?
Damn.
What you talking about? But the thing about it, that energy carries so far.
Yeah.
Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another edition of Girl Heal Inspire. And I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you got any questions, comments, please feel free.
Most definitely.
Drop them down there. And I think we're gonna have this again. It's got to come up again. I mean,
look,
this ain't even it.
put your comments what you want us to talk about. Cause listen, you might not like what I say, but you gonna respect. Get one day or the other.
Preach.
Bye, y'all. Bye-bye.